For mental peace, be on fire with passion, whether it be for a person, an idea, or a goal. For emotional peace, focus on mentors and role models that inspire you, and learn as much as you can about them and anything you are interested in your life. For physical peace, get out in nature and let the beauty inside you be seen in the physical world. For spiritual peace, let love lift you up and receive love in all forms. Hi, I'm Shelley, the Peace Oracle, and this is your Oracle reading for February 2025. All right, let's start with our mental peace. So this is such a beautiful card. And the main message is really to focus on what fuels the fire inside you. I've been really loving this phrase that one of my friends said. It's something along the lines of what keeps you engaging in life. That's what we're talking about with this beloved card. This can be the passion that you have for something you're working on, or the passion you have for a relationship or your family. Really, whatever lights you up, focus on that this month for mental peace. We want to be engaged in what we feel fiery about in a loving way. And so that can help temper any other mental fire, and it can keep us from ruminating and focusing on the negative. So it's important to think all of your thoughts and to process everything that you're feeling. But the healthiest path for mental peace is to really focus on what inspires you. What do you love doing? How can your mind be occupied essentially all the time with something that you really, really enjoy thinking about and putting your love into and putting your action into? What is that for you? That's what we're talking about with the beloved card. Focus on that rather than anything else mentally. For emotional peace, we want to also focus on what lifts us up, but more in a way where we are focusing on people that we really admire, our mentors and our role models. So if you have those personally in your life, speak to those people. Ask those people what you need to know and what you need to do. Get advice. Really engage in looking at how other people would walk your path or walk the path that you would like to explore. And you want to learn as much too about either a goal you have or just about anything that interests you. These cards are for emotional health. So I think the deeper meaning, again, is to not focus on the negative and focus on the things that lift us up. When we learn about people who have overcome deep travesty, we can get inspired in a way that is essentially unprecedented. It's really, really important to have idols. And if you're struggling emotionally, I really ask you, based on these cards, to research people who have overcome what you're having a difficult time with. And if the political climate is a bit much, I believe these two cards have to do with that too. There are so many heroes that we have in the history of our world, the history of our species. So it can be really nice to see how people have transcended their circumstances, and that can give us a lot of inspiration and tools that can translate into the modern world, maybe from a long time ago. For physical peace, we need to get outside. We need to smell the air. We need to sit and listen to the wind and the birds and the waves and whatever is going on in your neck of the woods. Be present in the elements outside. It's wonderful to be playful. Not only does getting outside refresh us, but if we return to a sense of innocence and really look at, what are the energies around me? What do I feel? How spirited does the energy feel today? And you can just kind of play with that. And walking with beauty, this is a fantastic card because so many people are upset about the political climate in the US right now. And we have a lot of political tension. There's a lot going on, and people are getting pretty down. And so, this is a reminder to focus on what is inside you that you can let forth into the world and become an inspiration, become a vessel of beauty. Maybe you want to buy yourself flowers every week and have fresh flowers in your home all the time. Maybe you want to light a scented candle and relax in a beautiful bath with some awesome oils. How can you walk in beauty in every step? The world can be very harsh. We can have a lot of stress in our world. But even so, how can we walk in beauty regardless of that stress and regardless of that ugliness and harshness? So, this is asking you to be the beauty and be the love and let that love and beauty come out of you so that you can enjoy your environment more. And so it might, spark some things in other people as well. This goddess is a goddess of the moon, and she would lift it up to the moon because her husband was trying to make her happy. And then she had some different tests in order to receive the love that was attempted to come to her. So for spiritual peace, really be enraptured in the love in your life. And this could be from the love of others. This could be the love that you have with your spiritual connection, or it could be self-love. It's really, really important to focus on love this month anyway, because that's the cultural norm. And even if we don't want to, we're going to think about it. So when you're thinking about it, think about all the ways that you've received love, all the things that you've done that felt like a heart connection, that felt like love was just cascading all over you. Focus on love and focus on taking in that love. We want to share our love and beauty with the world for physical peace, but for spiritual peace, we really want to be in a seat of receiving. Allow that love to come to you. Allow yourself to be loved. A wonderful, wonderful practice to have very few expectations and then be super grateful for what does come. This reading is very much about being lifted up and having doors open for you and going forward in life in a very high vibration. This month is the first month of the new political administration in the United States, and already it's created quite a bit of division and chaos. And this reading is telling me that we've got a lot to go on, that we can turn it, at least in our personal, singular life, we can turn this situation into a more positive situation. We can transcend the negativity and darkness that a lot of people are feeling. And if you're not feeling that way, that's fantastic. And if you are feeling that way, just really focus on the messages of the cards. Keep your mind active with your passions. What lifts you up? What do you feel like you were put here to do? It's a fantastic month to do that so that you can focus on what you have to contribute to the world. A lot of times we get kind of beat down when we don't feel like we have control or things are just not going our way and we can't do anything to fix it. This is what you can do to fix any situation in your life that feels like that right now. Be in a state of passion rather than revulsion. Focus on what lights you up and be fully immersed in that. And You may share it with others, you may not, but it doesn't really matter. Other people's opinions don't matter about this particular thing. You want to be on fire with your passion for this and have nothing else be relevant other than how you are going to go forward. When we can look at someone else and be inspired and feel like we can do the same kind of healing or ascension journey that they can, it really makes a difference because, you know, that phrase, seeing is believing. Well, we can believe in ourselves a little bit more when we see other people doing well. So if there are things that you want to accomplish, I would find out who has done it and how did they do it so that you can learn those steps to get there. It's really important to look at things realistically and also be a little dreamy about it. We want to have grandiose ideas and plans in our life, and we want to be able to do the work to practically get there. So the main focus is about what ideas and people really lift you up and light you up. And how can you be in nature and pull that beauty, that inner world that is just so loving and so magnificent? How can you pull that out and have that be part of the our 3D reality rather than just inside of you? And how can you receive love? Maybe you've given a lot of love, and maybe you don't know how to receive it. A spiritual practice this month is around receiving. So try it out. You know, sometimes it's hard to recognize. A tip I thought was interesting that Teal Swan talks about is to recognize love all the time. So if someone gives you a hug, say, "This is love." When someone does something for you, say, "This is love." When someone asks how you are, say, "This is love." When someone gives you a smile, this is love. This is love. This is love. And that can be a way where we can be more attuned and familiar with receiving love. A lot of times we've paid prices for love. A lot of times we've gotten hurt because we loved. Love can be very, very complicated. And especially this month, it brings up so much to focus on love. Self love is complicated, relational love is complicated, communal love is complicated. All of it's complicated, and all of us have gotten hurt. So, how do we receive love? How do we trust in love? Sometimes it can be very difficult, and all we can do is trust the feeling and trust ourselves that even if that feeling is wrong, that we will know what to do. It really is a month of empowerment and transcending the challenges in our life and taking control, not in a way where we are being super control freaks, but in a way where we can have a little bit more discernment and management of our happiness. What makes you happy? What is good in your life? Focus on those things and walk that walk, talk that talk, engage in that way. Maybe you start to become a little bit more like one of your mentors. Maybe you speak more like them. Who knows? Focus on the best part of you and focus on the peace that you have within you, honoring you, celebrating the love that you are. You are walking love. You are living love. Don't forget it. No matter how many mistakes any of us have made, no matter how many ways that we've hurt people or anything like that, we are walking love. Everything is love. Love is all there is. So focus on that love. Walk in love. Be love. And I hope that this month is very, very loving for you. And I hope that this reading has served you. For our highest good and highest good of all, please show us what is our healthiest path to mental peace, February 2025. Card 21. Hmm. All right, beloved. Oh. For our highest good and highest good of all, please show us what is our healthiest path to emotional peace in February 2025. Two cards, number one and then number 25. So two mentors and role models, and learn. For our highest good and highest good of all, please show us what is our healthiest path to physical peace in February 2025. All right, this deck wants to give us two cards too. Okay, number one again, walking in beauty. And then card 20. So two. All right, nature spirits and walking in beauty. For our highest good and highest good of all, please show us what is our healthiest path to spiritual peace in February 2025. Card 17. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's Chongo. Love. If you would like personalized guidance through a reading from me, you can book that on peaceoracle.com. Take care.